Evening, sir.
Let's start the class. Uh, I'm showing you to your syllabus. That is first unit. We will start from the initial. So your first unit, that is operations research, origins and development of operations research. It means what is the history of operations research and from where it has started. So we will go through the history from where it started. Okay. So actually, the terms operations research we are uh, speaking again and again in the different countries initially, just like in the British and Europeans, they refer to the operational research, and the Americans to the operations research. But both are often shortened to just OR in short, or we can say that in short, everybody says it to the OR, which is the term we will be used. Now, another term which is used for the field in management science. The Americans sometimes combine the terms OR and management science together and say ORMS. ORMS. Yet other terms sometimes used are industrial engineering. Actually, this subject, that is operations research, also runs in your engineering subjects. So you can say that this is industrial engineering. Okay. So let us start with its history. Operational research is a systematic and analytical approach to decision making and problem solving. So this is basically a decision making tool, decision making subject. Operations research is a subject by which managers make decisions, and this operations research is developed by scientists, economists, statisticians, and mathematicians. Okay, this operation subject is not originated by only any one person. This is a mixture of all the fields. Either it can be, it could be said that it is also related to your social science and pure science. It is related to your both. Okay, so थोड़ा कह दो कि आवाज थोड़ा स्लो कर दें, आवाज स्लो कर दें थोड़ा. So this is related to your social science and science both. Okay, so what is OR is a termed in USA, Canada, Africa, Australia, and operational research as termed in Europe is in a branch of applied mathematics that use techniques and statistics to arrive at optimal solution to solve complex problems. Now, what is the optimal solution? Actually, when we will use the operation research in business or organization, so we will try to get the optimal solution or the decision which is best for or best suitable for our industry. So that's why we use this term, that is optimal solution, because we don't always try to maximize or minimize. According to the time and condition, we have to make decision in our organization and business. So if we are analyzing the cost, then we will try to minimize, and if we are calculating the profit, so we will maximize it. So optimal, your or the term optimal will use for both your maximum and minimum. Okay, it is typically concerned with determining the maximum profit, sale, output, crop yield, and efficiency. This, that is I'm told you here just now. It is typically concerned with determining the maximum profit. It means if we are calculating these things, what profit, sale, output, crop yield, and efficiency. If we are calculating these, then we will maximize these all things. Okay. Now, if we are calculating losses, risks, cost, and time, so our objective will be minimize to all these things. You all are the commerce students, so you know very well that if we have to if anything occurs, any of these things in occur in organization, that is loss, risk and cost and time, so we will always try to reduce these. Okay, so it means we are trying to minimize all these things. What are these? Losses, risk, cost and time. If we are calculating profit, sell, uh, output, crop yield and efficiency, then we will maximize it. Okay, now some of the primary tools used by operation researchers are statistics, game theory, probability, etc. Here only some tools are given, but except these tools, we have to also apply many tools which will be used in your operations research. Okay, so let's start its history. What is the history of operations research? Okay, who is joined now? Okay, let's start with history. Actually, operation research is a relatively new discipline. Whereas 17 years ago, it would have been possible to study mathematics, physics, or engineering. For example, at university, it would not have been possible to study operations research. Indeed, the term OR did not exist then. Actually, the term OR exists in your 1940, when the time was Second World War. Actually, there is no clear history that marks the birth if OR. It is generally accepted that the field originated in England during the Second World War. Some say that Charles Babbage, that was 70, the birth time of Charles Babbage is 1791, and when he passes, that is 1871, is the father of OR because his research into the cost of transportation and sorting of mail led of England University Penny Post in 1840. Okay, so some people say that Charles Babbage is father of, but this is not 100% true that Charles Babbage is father of OR. Actually, Charles Babbage is also called the father of computer because he calculated these things that was related to that time in the organization or some related to war. So those techniques which were used in your computer and industry, so those techniques also used in Second World War. So the main starting of the operations research in the Second World War. Okay, it was really only in the late 1930s. In the really late 1930s, that operational research began in a systematic fashion. It means in the late 1930s, that was the time of Second World War when it started. That is 1939. So this is the late 30s. Okay. So late 39, it started in the UK. As such, it would be interesting to give the short history. So
So, hello, sir. Sir, Shifa is not able to join the class.
start the history, its history. I think there is some network issue. The pre-war air defense exercise. Okay, our network is lost here.
Sir, Shifa is not able to join the class.
Actually, I have. I think everyone is connected now. Actually, I have lost my connection. That's why it could be possible that some candidates have left. So please rejoin. Now, let's start. Hmm. In 1939, when I think it was the time of summer, Britain held what was to be its last pre-war air defense exercise. Actually, when the Second World War is starting, so the Britain has some air strikes in the war. So it involved some 33,000 men. 33,000 men were involved that airstrike, and 1,300 aircraft, and 110 anti-aircraft, and I think 700 searchlights, and 700 barrage balloons. This exercise showed a great improvement in the operations of the air defense warning and control system. Actually, when the England was used these this huge enemy ammunition, and the number of heavy number of persons, so it is too much loss for the men, and equipments and money. So they have decided to minimize their losses. So which actually they have all the resources. So they have decided to by how they can use these resources to minimize their cost. So in 1940, on May 15th, with German forces advancing rapidly in France. So Stanmore research section was asked to analyze a French request for 10 additional fighter squadrons. So when losses were running at some 3 squadrons every 2 days, actually that time 12 aircraft a squadron, so 120 aircraft in all. Actually, when the French Submarine Research Section asked to uh, 12 aircraft, and each aircraft required uh, 10 10 squadron required each aircraft. So he asked for 12. So it means 120 aircraft in all requirement. Okay. So they prepared graphs for Winston Churchill. That time Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister of Britain. The British Prime Minister was Winston Churchill, a famous Prime Minister of the UK. Now, based upon a study of current daily losses and replacement rates, indicating how rapidly such a move would deplete fighter strength. Actually, when he saw that they are using too much resources in a very less time. So he has some researcher, he has engaged some researcher, economist, and some scientists to reduce these losses. This is held by some to be the most strategic contribution to the course of war made by OR. Okay, available for the successful air defense of Britain. After some applying some techniques that were called OR, that is operations research, or you can say that operational research in that time in UK to replenish the all these resources. So in 1941, an operational research section was established in Coastal Command, which was to carry out some of the most well-known OR work in World War II. Okay, so that was the time when that was the main time when operational research has started. 1940 and 1941. This is the main time. So we can say that the main beginning or main origin of your operational research is 1940. Okay. Now, during the Second World War, about 1,000 men and women were engaged to work for British Army. More, actually about 1,000, but it was more than 1,000. And the aircraft were using a lot of resources. Okay, so after World War II, military operational research in UK became operational analysis. And that time, this became operational analysis within the UK Ministry of Defense with expanded techniques and giving awareness. Okay, so these techniques were used in the Britain Army initially. Okay, so we can say that this is the starting of operations research, which is the history. Okay, now when it comes in India, India was one the few first countries who started using operations research. In India, regional research laboratory located at Hyderabad, previously the capital of Andhra. So the first operational research laboratory established in Hyderabad was the first operations research unit established during 1949. The first operations research laboratory established in Hyderabad in 1949. At the same time, another unit was set up in the Defense Science Laboratory to solve the stores problem. Store problem means how we have to manage which product will come first, which product will come next, and how we have to arrange the products, and how much we have to purchase, and how much we have to store. All these things will be handled by operations research techniques. Okay, now, so in the Defense Science Laboratory to solve the store purchase and planning problems. In 1953, in India, in 1953, Operations Research Unit was established in Indian Statistical Institute, Calcutta, IISc. It is still situated in the IISc situated in Premier Institute of India, Indian Institute of Statistical Science. Okay, Indian Statistical Institute, IISc. This is a premier institute of India. Now, with the objective of using operations research method in national planning and survey, actually ISI, Indian Statistical Institute, perform a lots of activities related to your national demographic calculation or surveys or research. Most of the national research performed by this Indian Statistical Institute. Okay, now uh, Operations Research Society of India was formed, which is one of the first member of International Foundation of Operations Research Society. In India, it was established in 1955, 59, sorry, in 59. So, which was the first International Federation of Operation Research Science. So, the Operation Research Society of India was founded in 1957 to provide a forum for the operational research scientists as well as an avenue to widen their horizon by exchange of knowledge and application. Okay, so it has some regional centers, regional offices, just like Agra, Ahmedabad, Ajmer, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Durgapur, Jamshedpur, Kolkata, Madurai, Mumbai, and Tirupati. These are the some operating research centers which is running now. Okay. Objective of society advancement of promotion and propagation of knowledge in operational research and allied maintenance of professional and academic standards of work known as operational research. So this is the time when operational research comes in India. So this is the brief history about the operations research. Okay, when it started, when it originated in world, and when it comes in India. Now, there is some stages of development of operation research. Okay, so development steps will be defined in the next slide. So we will discuss some steps in brief. The stages of development of OR are also known as phases. We will not say it phases. We can say that it is a process because phases will be a different thing, and we will also discuss the phases as a different manner. So the stages of development of OR are also known as process. You can say that development of process, or which has 6 important steps. So in some books there are 7 steps, or in some books 5 steps. So it's not compulsory how many steps. You have to learn only the main steps which has operational research development included. Okay, so the first one is observe the problem environment. Okay, actually when in the Second World War, this was very huge problem that where we have to strike by aircraft. The Britain has problem that where he has to strike with minimum resources, that is where he has to bombing with less resources to get the maximum output. Okay, that was bombing is important. That time bombing was important for war. So Britain has used this technique to bombing to draw the bomb in enemy's army. Okay, so that was the problem, that how to get maximum output by using minimum resources. So this was the problem of British Army. So the first step started with your observe the problem environment. Okay, so it means you can say that we have to first identify our problem, which is our problem, and what was the environment that problem related to, in which conditions that problem have. And again, in the second step, analyze and define the problem. Now the problem should be defined properly. If I am trying to say that you have to go out you have to go out from the class. Okay, if I'm saying that you are, you have to go to the you have to go out from the class. So is it clearly define the problem? For how many times you have to go out from the class? For the whole lecture, or for 5 minutes, or for 10 minutes? If I am not decided the time, so you can come after some time. It could be either 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 1 minute. Either you can go out and they say very soon you come again, and you can say that, sir, you ordered to me that I have to go out, and I have gone, but now I am coming. So I can ask why you are coming. So you can answer that, sir, you have not defined the problem. You have not ordered to me for that for how much time I have to go out. Okay, so this is the problem. So the problem should be properly defined. Okay, if your problem is not defined properly, so you cannot get the proper solution. So the first step in the process of OR development is the problem environment observation. It means these are the conditions in which condition that problems occur. This step includes different activities. Activities means different situations. When the British Army was facing the problem that time, so the problems were related to war. So in the war, there were different conditions. They have minimum resources, they want maximum output, they have lack of proper strategies formulation, or you can say that they have lack of men, and lots of many things. Okay, so the environment conditions should be observed properly. Now, they are conferences, site visit, research, observation, etc. These activities provide sufficient information to the OR specialist to formulate the problem. So for the problem formulation, we have to study the condition. When you will study in the second unit, that is LPP, linear programming problem, you have to formulate the problem within the given conditions. Okay, because from the limited resources, you have to apply the techniques to use those resources to get the maximum output. If you don't know the conditions, in which conditions you have to use, then you cannot get the proper solution, or you cannot formulate the problem properly. Okay, so to formulate the problem properly, you have to specify the situations and conditions, or you can say that this is the environment of problem. Okay, now analyze and define the problem. This step is analyzing and defining the problem. In this step, in addition to the problem definition, the objectives, uses and limitations of OR study of the problem also defined. The outputs of this step are clearly grasped of need for a solution and its nature understanding. It means when you have observed the conditions, then you can define your problem properly. It means for that problem, what is your objective to formulate that problem? Okay, what limitations can be occurred during the study? Okay, and if your problem cannot define properly, so you cannot get the proper result, because if you will face some problems, then you will not able to get the solution of those problems or those issues if your problem is not defined properly. Okay, now the output of these steps are clear grasp of need for a solution and its nature understanding. The output of these steps are clear grasp. Suppose that if I am telling you something, okay, And if you have with if you don't know the proper if you don't have a if we don't have any proper communication, so you cannot clearly grasp my uh, wording that I am wanna exactly telling to you. Okay, you cannot grasp. So to proper grasping the problem should be defined properly. Now the third step, what is the third step? That is develop a model. This step, develop a model. A model is a representation of some abstract or real situation. Actually, when you define the problem, so you should have something in your mind. Okay, after defining the problem properly, you should have something in your mind related to your problem. Okay, the models are basically mathematically models which describe system process in the form of equations, formula, relationship. The different activities in this step are variables, defining, formulating equation, etc. The model is tested in the field under different environment constants and modified in order to work. Sometimes the model is modified to satisfy the management with the results. Now, if you have something in your mind, so you have different things. So these different things can be your variables, and these variables should be defined in some symbols. Suppose that here I am writing something. Suppose that you have a problem of manufacturing. Okay, you have to manufacture uh, a chair. You have to manufacture a chair. Now, to manufacture a chair, you need to decoration. Okay, you need to wood. You have to some and for decorating for decorating the chair, you need to some so suppose that you have to require some these items with these names. Suppose that x1, x2, x3, x4. Okay, I am writing four variables. These are the four variables. Okay, these are the four variables. Suppose that this is wood, this is your paint, this is your uh, pins, and this is your another item that is required to construct a chair. Now, suppose that to construct a chair, you have to need, I think 5 or yeah less. Okay, so less than or equal to 5 hours. Okay? After combining all these variables, these are the variables. After combining these variables, you will make a chair with this condition. Okay, you have to work only either 5 hours or less than 5 hours, and you have to using these items construct a good chair. Okay, so this is a mathematical formulation. Okay, so this you can say that this is a model. You are building a model for a to making a chair. To making a chair, you are framing a mathematical model like this. Okay, this is called development of model. Now, now you have to also satisfied with this model to your management. Your management. Now you have to show this model to your top management that sir, I am making this model to making a chair and I have to require these items. Okay. After using these items, I will make. So management can ask different questions related to these items or your conditions. So here some conditions will be defined as initially condition, that is environment. So management can ask within these conditions are these variables are suitable. So you have to justify them. You have to justify them by your model. You can say that, sir, the model that I have made for this particular work is perfectly complete for the management. Okay, this is uh, this is our model to achieve our organizational objective. Okay, so you have to also justify your management. Now, select appropriate data input. A model works appropriately when there is appropriate data input. Means if you are making a chair and your wood is not correct, okay, then it could be possible that your chair could be broken when your manager will sit on that. Suppose that you have make a chair and you have not taken proper wood. So when you will ask to your manager, sir, please sit in the chair that I have made for you, and as he sit in that table, so he will fall down because your chair has been broken. So what he will do? He will got angry with you and he will say that you are fired. So the data input should be appropriate. Here we will take the variables. Variables should be appropriate. Hence, selecting appropriate input data is important step in the operation research development stage or process. Data input is very important. The activities in this step include internal, external data analysis. It means if you are making a chair, so you have to also keep in mind that you are making that chair for the profit of your organization. So you have to also observe the internal and external environment, and you have to collect the data from both sides, that is internal data and external data. Okay, hack analysis and collection of opinions and use of computer data banks, etc., etc. Collect hacks that is related to your previously data.
Sir,
Okay, yes.
sir, have you taken the attendance?
Yeah, I'll take attendance. You can write your name in chat section.
Okay, sir.
Actually, I'm winding up after 10 minutes. I will take 5 or 10 minutes more, but don't worry. I can understand this is your theoretical part, so this could be a little bit bored. But actually, your first unit complete have theoretical parts, as I told you in your first introductory class. So please don't be bored. We will try to get it interesting, related something else. Okay. So I think that this is sufficient. Let's I finish as soon as possible. The last step: provide a solution and test it responsibleness. Okay. So after selecting an appropriate data input, provide a solution. Okay, provide a solution and test its responsibleness. Means after constructing the model
Sir, which book are you
and
using?
what are you asking?
Sir, which book are you using right now for teaching?
Uh, Actually, beta, I'm not using any book. I collect the data from the internet, books, magazines, and journals.
Sir, suggest us a proper book so that we can purchase it.
Uh, if you want a normal book, or you can say the average book. So you can prefer S Kalavati, or you want some standard book, then you can prefer JK Sharma, Operations Research by JK Sharma. And for a normal or average book, that is S Kalavati. And apart from these, you can also prefer VK Kapoor, Operations Research by VK Kapoor. So these are the some books that you can prefer. And there is also many books are available in the market, so you can prefer any book. Okay, if you want to standard book, then you have to prefer JK Sharma. This is a standard book, and I think this is also costly. I think
Sir, does it contain whole data about our syllabus or
yeah, yeah,
syllabus
yeah,
covered
yeah.
or not?
JK Sharma and JK Sharma content, so you include your all including your MBA syllabus also. Actually, it had more than that.
Okay, sir.
So all the, actually the syllabus that you are studying in your semester, so this is not too much. Actually, it has uh, only 3 to 4 techniques, and those books will contain more than 15 or 20 units or 20 techniques. So your syllabus is very less. Your syllabus is not wide, and these book contains lots of materials. So don't be scared about the contents. You can get more than that, what you are expecting. So after the getting solution, you can implement that your model. You can implement your model. Okay. So this is the development process of the uh, operation research. There is a relationship between manager and operations research specialist. Actually, when it was started in the Second World War, so here a figure is given here. Okay, so how it is used for decision making. So let us see. The key responsibility of manager is decision making. Actually, you are going to become a manager. Okay, so the key responsibility of manager is decision making. You have to make decision in your organization. Now, what is the difference between manager and a engineer? Engineer works in either laboratory or in the field. According to the output of engineer, manager makes a decision. Okay, so here some OR specialist and some managers. Okay, so in which steps both of these are required? Step in problem recognition, formulation and resolution. This is the heading, and involvement of OR specialist. Okay, so in the first one, recognizing from organizational symptom that a problem exists. Who will recognize the organizational problem? That would be manager. Actually, in the organization, managers identify the problem that in any department the problem is existing or not. Okay. After identifying the problem, decide what variables are involved, state the problem in qualitative relationship among the variables. So there would be a OR specialist and manager. Both will analyze the variables. Variables means what are the key ingredients will be used, or key factors are used to resolve the problem. Just I say you in this x1, x2, x3 and x4. Okay, so these are the key factors or key variables. Now, after getting these problems, identifying investigation method and solving the problems, who will solve that? Is obviously OR specialist will solve that problem after defining the variables. Variables will be identified by the both manager and OR specialist, and problem will be solved by the OR specialist. Now, and attempt solution to the problem, find various solution state assumptions, and this step done by the OR specialist. Okay, determining which solution is most effective. Actually, when the OR specialist will provide a solution, so he should have also some alternatives. Actually, when he will suggest any solution, so there would not be only a single solution. There would be some alternatives also. So all the solution with all the alternatives, OR specialist go with these alternatives and solution to to the top management. Okay, so manager and OR specialist both will decide that which solution will be most best suitable for the organization. Now choose the solution to be used. So your top management will select the that solution. Your top management will select that solution from the solution given by your OR specialist. He can either select any alternative also. Tell the decision to operating managers, get their understanding and cooperation. So this step done by both manager and OR specialist. Okay. So this is something about your OR history and development of operations research. So I think this is enough for today's. Now, if uh, someone have any query, can ask. Uh, the list that is given in chat session is complete. There is very few names. Ishta Pathak, Shivani Yadav, Priyanshi. And what about the left of the candidate? Uh, just Ali Azhar had not written his name. Ali Azhar, Amit Jain.
Present.
Uh, please everybody write down your name in chat section. That's why I will mark your attendance. Uh, if someone is missing, so please see or write down the name. If someone have left the class in the middle due to some issues, if someone had left the class in the middle, so please write down their name also.